Developing and Growing Talent in Young Cyclists. Welcome to the USA Cycling module on Developing and Growing Talent in Young Cyclists, a short overview for parents, coaches, and anyone else interested in supporting young athletes. What exactly is sport talent? What role does it play in developing individual potential? How and when can you tell if someone is talented? What role does talent play in performance success? And ultimately, what exactly does talent mean? Both overrated and commonly misunderstood, talent is probably one of the most talked about concepts in sport. Every parent wants to believe that their child has it. Many athletes believe it's the elusive secret to sport success. Sport biographies, with the benefit of hindsight, highlight examples of early talent, and articles about up-and-coming athletes praise their talent as if they were destined for success because of it. Unfortunately, the misunderstandings and myths around talent often do more harm than good by setting up unrealistic expectations, creating high levels of pressure, and interfering with development. It is important to recognize that talent is not an all-or-nothing relationship. We all have skills and strengths, but without guidance, hard work, training, and development, these remain just untapped potential or good beginner skills. The initial best on the playground may be benefiting from early exposure due to siblings or parental influence, or they may just have an early growth spurt making them larger and stronger than the others in their age category. And talent is not motivation. It takes intrinsic motivation and hard work to turn strengths into performance success. And just because someone shows a skill or an aptitude doesn't mean they'll have the interest or desire to participate in that activity. Labeling young athletes as talented can cause stress, undermine the development of a work ethic due to an inflated and false belief that their talent is enough. And emphasizing the importance of talent overshadows the many other essential factors that contribute to and impact the performance pathway. Young athletes who are not perceived as talented in the system merely because they are not standouts often have great personal and performance potential, but remain overlooked and undersupported when the focus of programs is on the right now over long-term development. And for many of these young athletes, not receiving the talented label at a young age can be just as damaging as they internalize this belief, eroding both effort and confidence. Additional concerns, consequences, and negative outcomes associated with focusing on talent over the concepts of development with young cyclists include overtraining problems that can lead to injury, burnout, dropout, and senses of entrapment that leave an athlete feeling like they have to do this and they don't have a choice, which leads to poor performance and dissatisfaction, body image issues and a lack of life balance, and being unprepared for transitions such as aging up and moving from junior to senior, all of which have great dire consequences for an individual as well as for the sport in general. Far more important and impactful is the conversation about development centering on ideas such as potential, effort, and opportunity. Striving to develop and grow athleticism and the associated skills are the foundation of sport performance. Things like agility, balance, coordination, and speed, overall fitness, and a sense of how to participate, not just the performance, are all essential for developing long-term athletes who have the ability to maximize their personal potential, both in the short and lifetime engagement in the sport. How do we develop these skills? Well, it takes time, providing opportunity, correct and appropriate support, and patience. Two key questions to ask when considering talent and what is best for young cyclists include, what do you, as a parent or as a coach, want for your junior cyclists as you start to think about their short and long-term development? And then, perhaps most importantly, what does the junior cyclist want for him or herself? And how can we help them focus on the development that they need to reach those goals rather than just on the goals themselves? Ultimately, the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee's ADM can provide us with a framework that is evidence-informed and that focuses on right age, right stage development. That can help improve confidence, build a sense of competence, grow the sport, and provide a clear pathway. Paying attention to the ADM stages and what an athlete needs to successfully transition from one to the other to build the requisite skills, both physically and psychologically, has been shown to be the appropriate pathway for long-term engagement and development. Using a model such as ADM really puts the emphasis on skill development and how do we build things like athleticism and competitiveness, drive, focus, high optimism, intrinsic motivation, mental toughness, and sport intelligence. Supporting potential should be the goal of all parents and coaches who work with young athletes, providing the space and opportunity for age-appropriate activities and support that will allow young riders to develop a strong sense of self-worth, a well-rounded sense of who they are, being more than just their athletic achievements, build confidence, and provide social enrichment is the best recipe for both short and long-term success. Avoid praising talent and instead emphasize effort. Allow athletes to learn from their mistakes. Consider potential in all athletes and provide them with the space and time to develop their skills. Don't prejudge potential based on size or early skill or lack thereof. Youth sport research convincingly shows that young people who stay in sport have high levels of perceived competence and have been supported for their efforts, not just their outcomes. In the early preteen years, parental feedback is an essential source of children's perceived competence. As they move into their teenage years, peers and coaches are the primary source, although parents still matter. Supporting young cyclists means seeing and supporting potential in every young athlete in a way that builds competence and allows for maximum development over time that is age and stage appropriate.